for those of you guys that don't know, I'm in a really, really competitive like draft league. This is like the last big draft league for Scarlet and Violet. The winner gets $275. There's so many coaches in this thing. There's so many coaches in this thing. All the best coaches that like play singles, barring a couple like notable exceptions that are a little bit overworked like Pokemon. But like we got Nexus, we have Uzi, we have OG Albino, we have CBAD, we have like everybody in here. We have Amel. So many good people, right? And we've all been split into pools after drafting, and you can draft so many good mons in this draft, right? And if you scroll all the way down here, this is my pool right here. Look what I have. Look at what they have. And look at what I have. Now, I will say, when I drafted a full evolution team, the other coaches memed on me, and they said a lot of people thought it was really unsportsmanlike to draft all EVs. I didn't know that that was unsportsmanlike. I just kind of wanted to play with EVs. But I don't expect to win any games. And the reason why I drafted all these EVs is because this whole month, I just got back from the World Championships. I'm going camping for a week, like on Sunday, right? So I'm only going to be here for like 3 days. So I'm like, I only have like 3 days to play these games. And if I make top cut from this, because after this, you go into like the main draw, which is after I'd be back from camping. So if I managed to win 2-1, I'd, be able to actually put more time into my team. But I was making my team, because I still have to make the team seriously for the weeks, right? And I was looking at it and I was like, do I actually cook some of these? I was looking at some of these matchups, right? I have good matchups into some of these, which like shouldn't even be possible because I have no speed control, no form of hazards, no form of hazard prevention, no form of hazard control. I have no way to break a focus sash, I have very limited ways of like status boards, but I was looking at it, I was like, I can win this one. I can win this one. I can win this one if CBAD brings the wrong mons. But yeah, like my question for you guys is, what evolutions do you guys think that I bring the most? Because I've already built all the teams for the weeks. Which do you think is the best evolution on my team? And the T stands for it's hard to say. You say Umbreon, Jolteon, Sylveon, Leafeon. I think my best one is Espeon, honestly. I really think Espeon is the best evolution on my team. And then from there, I think Jolteon is the best. And after that, I honestly think it's Leafeon. So, it's weird. I'm not bringing Sylveon, Espeon to that many matches. Sorry, Sylveon and Umbreon. I'm not bringing Sylveon or Umbreon to most of my matches. I'm bringing like Espeon, Jolteon, Leafeon. Even Glaceon's coming to 2 out of the 3. Glaceon is actually really good against like this team. It's like freeze dry, freeze dry, freeze dry, freeze dry, freeze dry. Yes, please. Yo, freeze these if you please. Holy moly. Right? Against like this team, it's like freeze dry, freeze dry, freeze dry, freeze dry. It's like, ugh. And then I think Leafeon's good versus a lot of these too. I think against CBAD's team, again, it's like freeze dry, freeze dry, freeze dry, freeze dry, freeze dry. What is up, everybody? We are back with some Draft League action. We got the Evolution squad going up against Kurpie. Pretty cool team on their side. They have Meowscarada, Garchomp, Keldeo, Tentacruel, Clefable, and Hoopa Unbound. Their full team that they could have actually used is right here. So it looks like they didn't bring Appletun, they didn't bring Electabuzz, but they brought all the good Pokemon. I actually think that this is going to be a really hard match for us. Obviously, we have a full Evolution team, but I have shots. Like, I have a Glaceon. I have a lot of good options here. I'm thinking about just leading with Espeon. I'm really thinking about just leading with Espeon, saying like, hey, I understand that you would like to Rocks me. I would really like it if you didn't Rocks me. And if they lead with that Meowscarada, we might be able to like pivot into our Sylveon and get some value there. So that's my goal here. Yeah, for this draft league, we're playing against 3 really amazing coaches. We got CBAD, we got Kurpie, we got Gentelman Thomas coming up. I'm going to be uploading all these games in a super long video, and Man, it's been so hard, like, trying to make this team work in draft. You know, I've been trying to build all this stuff while being at the World Championships and drafting solo evolutions, while not the smartest choice. I really hope that we can have some fun playing these games. So, let's just get into this and hopefully get some big wins. Here we go. So our Espeon set is going to look a little bit like this. It's like heavy specs. Big special attack. We have enough speed to outspeed like Garchomp and stuff. Jolteon, again, heavy specs. We're outspeeding Masquerada. Leafeon's our big setup mon. They're leading off with Hoopa, which is a massive pin into me, but I could just go straight for the Alluring Voice if I want to. Vaporeon's very, very solid. Sylveon is a very defensive set, and then Glaceon is our Scarf Sweeper. So starting things off, this is not great. Are you really going to Scarf Hoopa me, my friend? Are you really going to Scarf Hoopa me? Do I really care? I don't really need Espeon for anything other than just saying no rocks. So yeah, just go gaming. Yeah, big damage. That's AV? Hoopa has a big Spadef, but like that's fine. I don't really care about this. Cool, so I can come in with Sylveon here if I want. If I would choose to do so, I can do that. Knock off Hoopa. I don't mind this. They would knock off, I think. This isn't even like a bad play versus Hoopa either. Just trying to think exactly like what I want to do. I like the Sylveon here. Yeah, let's try it. Here we go. So let's see. Male Garchomp, male Tentacruel. I'm going to go for a Yawn into this thing. And he can go for a knockoff. That's fine. He can pivot into, you know, whatever they really want to. It looks like AV Hoopa, so I don't really have to worry about any sort of like setup moves or like sub. I think it's AV, being able to eat Specs Alluring Voice that well. So you can knock off, but like, I don't really care. I think we're going to be fine. So Sylveon busted. Nice. So this Yawn's going to be clutch. And then if you want to go into like Clefable or something, like I don't really care. Awesome. This is actually really good for me. They're going to eventually go into that Clefable. But like I wonder if Sylveon does outvalue Clefable, just in general, you know? I'm going to go for a Calm Mind. I think I can get away with it. I think I could also pivot to something else if I really wanted to. Let me think. Because, like, how badly do I care about that? I'll Calm Mind. I think I'm okay here. You can pivot to your Clefable, and then I don't have my Espeon anymore, so you can start, like, Roxing me and doing stuff like that. But, like, Sylveon might just be able to outvalue Clefable in general. Toxic Spikes are good. Good thing I don't have any Sashes. So you're going good night, good fight over here. I think that's going to be fine for me. Yeah, I think one of the reasons why I think we outvalue the Clefable is because we have the Yawn. And we technically do have healing options. Alright, so if they're going to swap here, they would swap to Clefable. I'll Calm Mind one more time. And then this Psyshock's going to rip into smithereens. And if your Clefable swaps in, I wonder if they would be Magic Guard. I don't know why they would be. They should just be unaware versus a team like this. But like, we're gaming. Clefable swap? Oh, my guy out here, dumpied. Oh, he has a side. Oh, that's actually really sick. But this is like +2 into a really weak defense stat. Oh, he's so big though. He is a big guy. That is actually super clutch. So it's looking like they actually, you know, trained this very well for this matchup. Gunk with a big miss. We got lucky. Lucky. Dude, I'm even up the score. I didn't get 6-0'd. I'm an absolute champion. Holy moly. EEVEES busted. Okay, so like, you have to bring out Clefable sooner than later, right? I'm just trying to think, like, I have a really good line into, like, the Garchomp. I have so many good lines in, like, the rest of their team if I can just break this Clefable. Which, like, I think you might actually be Magic Guard to stop Scalds from Vaporeon. Like, Vaporeon and Sylveon do roughly the same thing on this team. You know, we have, like, the Yawn cycling here. We have the Yawn here with, like, lefties. I think this would outvalue a Clefable set if they were unaware. So we'll see what they want to do. This Sylveon's actually kind of set. We're at +2 SPADEF. We're max HP defense. It's like the cruise control for cool set on this team. Yeah, I wonder how much damage we really take from this. This is Steel Terra Hoopa. I think I can get away with yawning it. Gunk again. Oh, the gunk. He Gorkin. Oh my gosh. That's so much damage. Oh, he crit. Never lucky. That's actually super needed. Like, I'm pretty surety that you needed that versus this set. It doesn't get much bulkier than that. So that's quite unfortunate. Let's see. But he's locked into Gunk Shot now. So we can go with this and start setting up. But he would Gunk Shot this, so I don't want to do that. Yeah, my Leafeon. Yeah, that really sucks. That really bites. Yeah, I think you just have to come with Jolteon. Make them think maybe we have Quick Feet or something. Because, like, honestly, now that the Tentacruel is gone, like, I don't really need Jolteon that much. And, like, it just sucks we lost our Sylveon. That's very bad. So we've been put on a timer because of these Toxic Spikes. But, like, we have good lines into a lot of these things. I'm going to Alluring Voice, I think. But you might think that you can Steel Terra to block this and go for another Gunk Shot. Like, I could just go for the Thunderbolt or the Volt Switch. I'll Alluring Voice. I think that's okay. They're definitely allowed to Terra and, like, win the game right now, I think. I can't really do that much about that, because, like, I'm locked into Alluring Voice if I do this. Nice. It doesn't do as much damage, but I'm hoping that they miss. Oh, knockoff. Oh, it's AV, it's not banded, duh. Why did I think it was banded for a second? Oh, because I O-code my Sylveon, yeah. Alright. Not looking good for our hero out here. It's almost like they have freaking Hoopa Unbound on their team. I mean, is my only out just Glaceon Spray and Pay here? But then you'd know that I'm Scarfed. This isn't fast enough yet. I think you have to go Glaceon. And I guess the good news is Glaceon is, like, usable into, like, a lot of their mons, but, like, I do not think there's a way to break the Clefable with this. So the smart play here would be just, like, send this thing out and then lose it and go to Clefable. But, like, doing the best with what we got. Are you going to really flip on that, Steel Terra? Nope. Heck yeah, dude. We didn't get 6-0'd. We didn't get 6-1, like, we didn't get 5-0'd, we're gonna get 4-0'd at the worst. But I think Clefable, I think if I had the option to, like, not have Toxic Spikes up against me, I would have been fine, but, like, Hoopa just seemed way too fat for our team. You know, only having access to a few physical attacks is really hard for EVs. That's why I think for my other matches, I'm using, like, heavy Leafeon stuff. It's just Leafeon wasn't as good into their team. Yeah, we'll keep playing it out, but I do think Clefable will be able to win, barring a freeze. So I'll play to my outs. This is a full special attack. You know, I got the shots here. They should know that we're Scarfed. They should definitely know. All right, there's the good Mon here. I don't know if there's anything I can do about this. I have 2 shots to freeze, so I'd like to save my Glaceon. I don't want to get Flamethrowered. I don't want to get... Like, you can do whatever you really want with this Clefable, but, like, I really think I just have to freeze it. Yep. So I have to freeze this thing. And I bet that it is unaware, but, like, if I freeze it, I can eventually come in with, like, Leafeon and just go for, like, a Leaf Blade crit or something, and, like, that's, like, my only real out. So we're trying to game out here. I guess we could yawn if we wanted to, but then we can't freeze. But, like, yawning is not... I have to freeze. It's literally my only option, I think. Ow. One shot, one opportunity. Mom spaghetti. Crit, okay. Never lucky. It is leftovers. So, yeah, it's looking like a fat L for your boy, but, we'll see what we can get done. I have Ice Beam here. I'm going to have Ice Beam. I'm going to have Freeze Dry back on my Glaceon. And, like, again, all I have to do is freeze. I think that's, like, the only real out that we have here. I think I live one more of these. Yep, this is my last one of these that I live. Come on, come on, come on! Dude, come on. I can't believe I actually think if I didn't get crit on that Hoopa, I could have won the game. I really, really feel that, like, I had shots because I felt Sylveon outvalued this thing. because we had a healing move. Like, we had, you know, the option to... it's probably not, though. Probably not. Like, they have Calm Mind, they have Unaware. I'm being realistic. Like, they had a lot of options. There's a Moonlight. Okay. I get another chance to freeze? Like, yeah, we do be taking these. All the way to the bank in these. Come on. Never lucky. Never lucky. Yeah. Alright, what do we want to do here? We could send out... Leafeon won't really get me the value that I need. So it has to just be Glaceon. And it has to just be lock into Freeze Dry and just like full send it. And so the idea here would be Freeze Dry, freeze, into Pivot Leafeon and start like trying to set up. Because like, yeah, there's just no other real chance to do this. So this is our shot. A lot of damage still. Oh, we got it! Oh, we're gaming. I am gaming. Look at me game. Oh, the thought. Dude, come on. You can't even tell me that I didn't try my best. You can't even tell me I didn't try my best, bro. My absolute best. And a special attack drop. Dude, this person needs to go to Vegas. What is that absolute garbage RNG? Never lucky, dude. They giveth just to taketh away. I'm so sad. Oh my god, I've been crit. I got the turn 0 freeze. Dude, that's so BM. Alright. Well, we lose this one, boys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, we're gonna lose all 3 of these sets, but I tried my best when building these teams. It's just hard to make a team like this work against some of the best Draft League players in the world. So go check out our opponent. Link to him are going to be in the description. But yeah, peace. And I'll see you guys next time. One last ride against one of my favorite content creators is going to be CBAD here, busting out the Petrarun Zarude Volcanion. So let's see. I think their Terra captains here are Ground Terra on the Volcanion. That's going to be very problematic. And double dip poison on that Petrarun. I wonder if it's Specs. So that is something that we might have to deal with here. We're rocking Espeon, Jolteon, got the full Leafeon squad here. I kind of want to lead Jolteon just because it is our Sashmon. I don't think it's really that bad. And I think that if we can preserve our Espeon a little bit better versus Swampert, we can actually have a lot of value. So let's just see. If I lead Jolteon and they lead Swampert, there's nothing stopping me from just ripping a Terra Blast Grass right in their kisser. So that's something that might happen here. If we were to take a look at some of our team, you know, we have our Espeon set right here. It's a easy peasy 252, easy peasy 252 here. Leafeon gets a lot more complicated. It's a little bit of a sweeper set. Vaporeon is going to have a lot of bulk. Umbreon is going to be a Toxic Staller, and then we got a Banded Flareon. So let's just get right into this one. I really think Flareon has like a decent matchup into some of these. I think being able to just rip like a massive double edge onto a Volcanion swap, like I'm super all about that. So that might be something coming in hot for us. But let's see what they want to lead with here. This is going to be Petrarun. Okay. Jolteon should be able to like maybe out-trade this thing as long as it doesn't get poisoned. I can always just Volt Switch, though. I think Volt Switch is not bad. Maybe then go into Umbreon. I kind of want to save that. Maybe I go into Vaporeon and start setting up. That's definitely something that could be an option. I mean, I could just rip, like, a Shadow Ball and two-shot this guy. I think Petrarun has, like, a much higher base defense than Spadef. So, like, I don't mind that. And then maybe I even just... You know, as long as I don't get poisoned, I think I'm okay. Double dip. Cool. It works for me. Shadow Ball is going to get ripped. They're dropping the Terra on the first turn. Holy moly. Cruise control for cool out here. And let's just see how they want to handle this one. Alright, so we're going to do some good damage here with Shadow Ball. A Spadef drop into like a Thunderbolt would be very nice. Oh, a crit. We take those. Turn 1 crit. Mulligan Chain. I don't think this... It might be able to poison. I know if like... Yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't want to get poisoned, bro. That looks like so specs, bro. That's the most specs. That's the most specs I've ever seen, right? Never lucky. Oh my gosh, yo, I hate my life. Holy moly, I should have just put a specs on it. But you know what? I got lucky with the crit. So like honestly, I was thinking about putting specs on this guy, and I just didn't. But like I think I'm low key fine to go into Should I just go into Espeon here? Like, Espeon has Trick, Alluring Voice, Shadow Ball, Psychic. And if I go into this and just threaten to rip Psychic and just Alluring Voice on the swap to Zarude, that's probably game. Ooh, dude, I want it. I want it so bad. Oh, I'm such a gamer if I want it. Yeah, because, like, I can beat Volcanion with this thing. I want to try it. Dude, actually, hold on. I'm going to do this. This is going to be sick. Okay, so he's ground, right? Sorry, he's weak to ground. So, like, you don't really have that many... Like, I could dig here, is what I'm trying to say. I think I'm just going to rip the Flare Blitz. I think this will KO with Band. Oh, I did not think they would outspeed my Flareon, though. Okay, that's bad. I won't die. Yeah, I'm a Flareon. I will get... Oh, dude, hey, dude, am I Guts? I'm not, though. I'm Flash Fire. Boo! If I was Flash Fire, though, bro... That would be... If I wasn't Flash Fire, if I was Guts, that'd be so busted here. That'd be the coolest thing ever, right? Okay. Let's go. Ripping the FB, baby! Oof! Flareon actually, like, low-key got value. Like, what sort of value is Flareon really going to have versus Volcanion Swampert? Like, let's be real. We took their Terramon out. That's not bad. So you have Volcanion, Zarude. Zarude is probably their best bet here. I think I go Leafeon into this. I think Leafeon's probably a little bit better. Maybe we go Vaporeon or Umbreon. Actually, there's not a problem with Umbreon here. Like, what are you really going to do? And we have a red card, too, so you can't, like, do that much. Zarude, there it is. Awesome. Zarude with the attitude here. So we can drop a Toxic. I don't really think there's a problem with that. So now that your Poisonmon's gone, I can Toxic everything. So, like, Toxics for days. Hopefully I don't get Jungle Healing, bro. But yeah, if they're going to set up with, like, an SD, close combat's fine. Yep, we eat those. Are you banded? Because I'm, like, really fat. Are you El Bondo? So something's going to randomly come in and get Toxiced. I'd love to Toxic Pagos. Oh, yes! Let's go! Yo, I'm gaming out here. Sheesh. That is so sick. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let me hit this. Let's go, dude. Evolution gaming out here. Alright. I've had some bad RNG. I got poisoned twice by a Meridian Chain. I got crit. But, like, that was some pretty decent RNG for me, baby. That's what we like to see. What are you doing here? I think we just hold the L on Umbreon, because, like, what else are we really doing with this thing? I will just Moonlight. And then, I wonder if your specs Pagos. Like, I really do. Because, like, I could come in with Espeon here. If I want, it's lefties. Awesome, that's so good. That's so good. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to come in with Vaporeon here. And just try to maybe wall them out. And when they come back in with this Zarude to go for, like, a Power Whip, I'll flip on my Poison Terra. And just go for, like, Scalds and stuff like that. Like, I think that's probably my best bet. We're running out of options here. I guess this also is not a terrible option into this Mon. I could Swords Dance against them for free since we know that they're lefties. Yeah, I could Swords Dance against them for free since we know that they're lefties. And Toxic is taking them out. So, like, I like this. Cool. Awesome. SD, baby. Let's see how much Starstorm does to us. We have so much bulk. Why are they faster than our Leafeon? That's so weird. Oof, that sucks. So our Leafeon set doesn't have that much in speed, but, like, there is a significant amount of speed in this Pagos. If they actually get the KO into us, I'm so sad. But let's see what happens. After a +1 from Trailblaze, we actually do a significant amount to, like, a lot of their mons. I really thought that they would swap. I really thought that would be Torn coming in there. That's why... oh well, it's fine. Trailblaze should do a decent amount. If we live. Can we live, please? Can that be a low roll? Can it be the high roll? Oh, yes, we're gaming out here. Massive gaming. Trailblaze busted. Woo! Oh, yeah. Can I get a second Trailblaze KO to get a +2 off that? And then, like, Leafeon's probably going to get KO'd or something, but, like, dude, this is so sick. Yeah, I can get that with Trailblaze KO. Cool. And then that'll make me outspeed, like, Torn and stuff. I vibe with that. Yeah, let's go, Leafeon! Heck yeah, dude. That's so sick. Oh man, shout out to EV training. Like, so that's our spread. That's why, like, when that Tropicals is still doing that much off like a lefty set, I was like, wait, why am I getting like chunked that hard? I'm so thick on the SPADF side. But yeah, I think we're in an okay spot. You're obviously not gonna send out like Swampert here. I'm very still worried about like Tornadus. Zarude could have like, I think, some sort of priority move, maybe. We don't really do that much damage to Zarude, but like a Leaf Blade crit at +2 with a Miracle Seed boost might get some significant damage. It's at least going to be able to break Sash or whatever they have, and they have to be respectful of X-Scissor. So I think I should just go for a knockoff here. Just trying to make sure what else they have. So they have Swampert, Volcanion, Zarude, and Torn. And Vaporeon's looking like it's in a good spot here. So let's just go for the fat knockoff here. Try and get some big damage. Hopefully not Scarfed. Tailwind. Oh, he's gaming. That's actually really cool. So I'd like to KO this thing. Oh, wow, he's orbed too. Wow. All right, so the only way that like we get out of this is, I'm gonna Trailblaze one more time. We get the KO if they miss like a Bleak Wind or like an Air Slash. I don't think it's worth saving the Leafeon. Sludge Wave. That's definitely a move choice that you've made. And he's orbed. That's nutty. All right, so let's think about their set. Tailwind with Orb. So it's gonna be a triple attacker, like probably like Heat Wave, maybe a Bleak Wind, Sludge Wave, things like that. Maybe like a Dark Pulse. So like this is a good mon here. You might have Taunt. We're gonna learn today if that's how you want to play it. And it's gonna be time to start setting up. This is a pretty bulky Vaporeon, so we're just gonna try and Calm Mind out here. I don't need to use my Terra yet. Nasty Plot. Oh, that's scary as all hell. Ouch. What move are you going to use against me? So if you have Tailwind, Nasty Plot, Sludge Wave, is there like a situation in which I wouldn't want to have my Terra active yet? Probably versus Volcanion. I have to just eat your Sludge Wave, I think. That's probably just my best play. Yeah, Air Slash School. I didn't have to waste my Terra. No flinch, please. Let's freaking go. Look how fat our Vaporeon is. It's so big. Big Vaporeon. You're going to send out the Volcanion. I can use Wish against that. If you sub, I will eventually be able to break the Volcanion with stored power. So it's a weird looking set, but I would say we have shots. You're going to send out Zarude here, I'm sure, but I mean, I just got to get a burn. Like, that's literally what this comes down to. If I can get the burn with my Vaporeon, I can win the game. So we're going to flip on our Poison Terra here. We have to get the burn right now. I wish I had room for Ice Beam. I wish I had room for other stuff. We can't go stored power. Obviously, they're a dark type, but Ice Beam would make it so Volcanion 100% walls us. Like, we kind of need the stored power here. And now we are opening up a line to where Volcanion can come in and kind of mess us up, but, you know, we're going to do what we can with what we have. We eat that damage. Survey says, give me the burn. Never lucky. So that's probably going to be game for us. But you know what? We actually did better than we did in the last round. You know, I think we had a pretty good run. I do not think that Espeon has the tools to be able to break them here. Yeah, they have all the right stuff still in the back to be able to break an Espeon. So pretty good stuff. The right play obviously is Wish, but yeah, that's going to be game. So pretty good game for CBAD. Hopefully they get out of groups. Again, you guys definitely got to go drop a sub on one of the OG GOATs. So go check out CBAD's channel. They're probably going to be uploading their version of this game. So be sure to check them out, as well as a bunch of other coaches in the ONL Draft League. I had a lot of fun with this one. I tried pretty hard to make a fun team. And honestly, I think we almost got something to work. Let's see. I'd like to be able to get a KO here, but like, let's just see what happens. Dang it, they're still faster. It happens. It happens. Joe, GG, CBAD. Hopefully you have a great rest of your week, and hopefully you guys watching have a great rest of your day. Guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out, and I guess I'll see you guys in the last part of this video, which is my last game. All right, everybody, here we go. This is the last set of games for the One Last Ride draft tournament. We're going up against Gentelman Thomas, really cool trainer. Very amazing team over there. Tinglu, Skarmory, Hydreigon, Deoxys, Speed. This is like all over the place. I'm so cooked. I think one of our best bets is to just lead Flareon and then maybe get some value out of that. I'm very surprised they brought Dachshund, because they actually had a lot of other like amazing mons on this team. They had like Tentacruel and other stuff like that. They didn't end up bringing it. So like Vaporeon's not bad, but I think I'm gonna open up with the Flareon. Maybe not Flareon. What's something that would say you can Rocks me? Sylveon says you can rocks me. And if they lead incorrectly, I can, like, steal a KO early. Like, if I lead Sylveon and you lead with Sneasler, I can just rip a Psyshock and be like, bruh. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I'm all about that life. Let's go. Let's go. Let's rip it. Here we go. Now, this team is actually probably the most creative team out of all the teams you've seen me use in the ONL so far. This is going to be Heatrock, Sunny Day, Espeon. So I actually want to get Espeon in, but I'd much rather, like, pivot in and, like, block rocks or something like that with Espeon to put rocks on their side. And then from there, go for the Sunny Day. But we have, like, this is our big win con right here. Weakness Policy, Swords Dance, Leafeon. Holy moly, this guy's our heavy hitter, our ace in the hole, and if we can get this guy to work, maybe we can get some big wins. So there is going to be a Sneasler. Oh my gosh, yo, this is going to be sick. All right, so do we think that they're sashed? Like, they're so sashed, but, like, I'm cooking, bro. Let's go. He's probably thinks he's got the jump on us out here. I think I outspeed Sneasler with this set. We're using Scarf, 204 speed, Timid. So, like, we are cooking. And we have Psyshock over Psychic. So, it's a lot of damage. Let's go. Come on. Dude, I want this. I want this KO. Dominance. Dude, you're afraid of me. I'm not afraid of you, bro. Let's cook it. Here we go. Oh, my gosh. I can't ask for a better situation than this. If they swap out to Hydreigon, they're too good at this game. They're going to definitely go to Hydreigon, like, next turn, no matter what. But let's see. Oh, they're so thinking here. They're big thinking. Yo, never lucky. He's jolly. I'm so sad, bro. I'm the saddest little guy that's ever existed. Dang, we almost had him. All right, so the only, like, Sylveon actually I don't think can outspeed Jolly Sneasler. This outspeeds Adamant. I guess they also could have been Scarfed. So let's keep that as an option because they did show U-turn. No way they go Hydreigon here, though, right? That'd be nutty. They're definitely trying to rip my Espeon off the board. Scarf, cool. This breaks, whatever your thing is. This breaks, break into sturdy. Here we go. Lefties? No lefties. Maybe Custap? Don't really care. If you're bad enough to rocks, like, that's on you. That's not me. You know what I mean? Like, I'd love to get these rocks up, and then we do have, like, Sunny Day Weather Ball. So, like, I can pivot in, block the rocks, and then you Brave Bird, and then I Sunny Day, and I eat it, and then I Weather Ball, finish you off. It's like, bro, you know what? I'm having a good time so far. This has been by far and away the hardest draft league I think I've ever had to do since I've drafted all memes. But, like, I'm doing the best I have. Doing the best I can with what I have. So let's see what you got here. Brave Bird? SD baby. Oh, he cooking. That's fine. I gotta deal with it. I need this to work, so I'm just gonna click it. Like, I need this to activate the rest of my Mon's, like, winning potential. Like, if I want to use my Flareon correctly, if I want to use my Leafeon correctly, if I want to use Weather Ball on, like, my Jolteon and stuff, I need this stuff to work. So I think we just do this. Sunny Day's up. There's a chance we actually live, depending on how much bulk they have, but this Brave Bird's gonna cook. Yeah, this BB baby. It'd be cool to live, but, like, yeah, no way. And I want to see if they have Orb, because I could see Orb on this thing. Let's see, L-O-R-B-E. Nope. All right, so we're going to come with Flareon here. And I'm actually going to go for a, I think I could go for a Trailblaze here. I think Trailblaze here is definitely acceptable, but they could just flip on that Flying Terra, you know? I mean, not Trailblaze, I meant Flame Charge, you know? I mean, this would just get the KO, even if they went that. You know what? If they want to flip on a Terra here, it's gone. They could also just go to Dash Bun. Like, I don't particularly care if they want to go to Dash Bun. We'll just play a little bit of a longer game. They go to Dash Bun, I go to Jolteon, you know, stuff like that. And this will at least let me get my Guts proc for a little bit later on in the game. I could even, heck, I could hit Dash Bun with a, yeah, Flame Charge, awesome. Dumpy, yo, Flareon cooking. And this is Guts Flareon. Guts Flareon. Now that thing's gone, that actually unlocks, like, a lot of Sylveon's tech. So here we go. Toxic Orb, and we got the speed. We don't have any rocks up, but, like, I'm about to slap somebody in the mouth. Dash Bun. Cool. So, you know, I want to Flare Blitz, but, you know, I also got this move here, too. Here we go. This is a big guts boosted facade. This is full attack. It's jolly. It's not adamant, but like it does a lot. So hopefully we can get some big damage here. That would be great. Flareon's in a great spot here. Big damage. Oof, not big enough. And he's Rocky Helmet, I'm assuming. Yeah, that is so fat. Wow, and you have Tantrum. Dude, that is actually nuts. That is absolutely disgusting. I actually will just full send this facade out here and just take the L. I think that's going to be okay. I don't think I need Flareon for anything else now that the Skarmory is gone. It'd be cool to save this for Ting Lu, but I don't think it's required. Awesome. And I will be coming in with Leafeon here, because that's another thing that, like, now that the Skarmory's gone, I think Leafeon's going to be a lot easier to use. So we're going to come in with Leafeon. We're going to pop a Swords Dance. I don't think they should be yawning me, considering I could definitely have Leaf Guard. Right? Heck, even if they do, I might be able to just wall this thing out. So SDs, babies. And I'd like to get 2 off. You know, if possible, I'd like to get 2. Yawn, there it is. I can't believe we actually did that. That's nuts. Nutty. I'm so upset. That sucks, man. I can't believe they actually yawned. I could have a Leaf Guard. Like, huh. Are you gonna protect? He doesn't have a... Okay, cool. At least we get the KO. Yeah, I'll take it. You can go Sneasler here. I'll get put to sleep. I think that's fine. There is a shot that Sneasler doesn't OHKO us because we are quite bulky. And then if we get a 1-turn sleep wake up, we can absolutely, you know, dumpster them. We have like a very small shot to do this. Very small. But they're running out of tech, I think. They are running out of defensive options. They got a lot of sweepers left, you know? And they still have their Terra on Hydreigon, but, like, I think that's still fine. I think, like, you know, Vaporeon seems like a mon that's really good into Hydreigon. Man, if I would have put, like, a Lumberry in here, this would have been super over. Policy's not doing that much for us here. Yep, there's the Sneasler. I don't think there's a reason to pivot anything out. I think we're just kind of chill. I think that's actually Scarfed. I really, really think that it's Scarfed. So yeah, we're just going to try to, you know, chill here for just a little bit. I guess the right play would be Knockoff. Maybe it's actually still Leaf Blade, but it doesn't matter. We have to be asleep that turn. And then Dire Claw. Yep, we just take the L. So I get to come in with either Jolteon or any of these other ones. I'm going to come in with the Jolteon. And I'm going to rip a Fairy Terra Blast right here. I think it's a good play, because if you stay in and Dire Claw me, I guess I'd lose. Oh, actually, I hate that. If you go into Ting Lu, though, like, I take the biggest L. And if you're Scarfed, you may be just thinking, like, I can just deal with this. You know what? I'm going to make a read. I'm making a read. I'm making a read on you pivoting Ting Lu, because Ting Lu is so good in this matchup at this point in the game. I'm out of so many of my options. My Leafeon just went down. You're probably thinking it's safe to go to Ting Lu. Espeon's down. You can get up your rocks, and then you can, like, choke me out with something later. You're probably thinking that, like, Dire Claw is not that optimal if you're Scarfed. And this will actually show if you are Scarfed. Yeah, there it is. Awesome. So I'm making a read. Like, I'm making a deep read, a very disrespectful read. But it is, oh, cool. Is this sashed? Either way, this is going to do a lot. They're probably just trying to get a repin. And we'll see what they're actually rocking here. They know I have Fairy Terra too. It's Open Terra, right? So, let's see. Jolteon never would outspeed a Deoxys speed, but don't count me out. Let's go. Big damage. Let's see if it's sashed. Let's see if we can get the KO, right? That's a crit, bro. Why are you so big? Holy moly. Why is that thing the biggest thing the world's ever seen? This is, like, not a weak move. Yeah, I obviously tried to make it. That Ting Lu would have ate, like, pretty significant damage. It looks like AV to me. Yeah, he's going to knock off my specs, which, like, honestly, that's completely okay. Like, now I don't have to just auto lose to, like, Ting Lu, so we take these. Sneaser's going to come in. We're going to go to Vaporeon. We're trying our best here. We're getting more KOs. Remember, if you remember, I think I got like 1 or 2 KOs in the first game that I played against Kurpie. I got 3 KOs against CBAD. Let's see if I can improve upon that in this one. And here we go. So this is Steel Terra, but you know I have that move. You're going to click Flash Cannon, Steel Terra, right? So I could do... I'm going to try a Volt Switch into that. We're going to try the Volt Switch. If you're Scarfed, you're Scarfed. I don't see why a Hydreigon would need to be Scarfed against an EV team. I feel like that's disrespectful. Like, honestly, I'm playing with all EVs. My opponent shouldn't even be able to use items, and they would still probably win. They got, like, legendaries and all sorts of what-have-you pseudo-legendaries. And I'm just sitting here trying to make EVs work. I'm going to try and get this U-turn, or this Volt Switch. Let's see if you go, like, Scarf Flash Cannon or something. And I've already gotten to the 3. Cool. They go for the Terra, which is the correct play, I would say. You don't want to just eat a Hyper Voice and lose everything. Vaporeon is decent into this thing. I do not have good matchups with Espeon. I wonder if they're vested. Awesome. They're not Scarfed. It's not vested either. Are you Dragon Dance? Are you physical? That's actually super clutch if they are. Okay. Nasty Plot. That's expected. That was a safe play. That was a safe Nasty Plot too. I like that. So the good thing is we do outspeed with Jolteon. Looks like they have lefties. If I can live through one move, I got shots. Let's go. Let me live this Draco. Miss Draco. Miss Draco, Miss Draco, Miss Draco. Please, Miss Draco. If you love me at all, you'll Miss Draco. You won't flinch me either. Don't flinch. Let's freaking go, bro. Oh my goodness. Let's freaking go. You're not the only one with this move. It's me. I also have this move. Alright, so you have this Sneasler and Tinglu. Sneasler probably just wins. I think it's Scarfed. So that means our only out would be something like Scald, Burn, Sneasler if they pivot to it here, reading me Protect, because they see I have lefties. And if you stay in an attack, like, that's fine. Because, like, I just get to go to Jolteon or something like that, and that's my only out. Anyways, yeah, this is the only out that I think I have. And if it's Tinglu, I'll burn a Tinglu. We take those. Yeah. This is my out. I'm playing to my outs here. We're gaming. Give me the burn. Baby burn. Disco Inferno. Come on. Never lucky. You can't tell me I didn't try. You cannot tell me I didn't try my absolute best that turn. Cool. We are going to protect here. Get some free health. Some good damage. That puts it within range for, like, Thunderbolt from Jolteon if they're not Scarfed. But I do think that they are Scarfed. I would very much so say that a Scarf is what they have. Yeah, let's see. This is still really close, actually. I almost have shots. Dire Claw, there it is, yeah. I'm gonna get put to sleep by Dire Claw, dude. I've gotten 2 Scalds, no burn, right? Is that 2? 2 Scalds, no burn, or just 1? We gonna learn today. I need this Scald to burn. No, just 1. All right, I need it to burn. A yawn is incorrect, I think, because if I yawn and you pivot, I'm gonna lose, like, too much tempo. I need to get the burn to make sure you can't break my last 2 mons. That is just the out that I need. He's rolling on the Dire Claw. We live, and he sleeps me. Are you freaking real? Dude, I don't deserve this. I don't. I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this. This shouldn't be my life. I don't. I should. That's some BS, man. Oh my gosh. I tried so hard in this matchup. I did. I really, honestly, tried my absolute best. And, I lost this Dire Claw RNG. How is this move allowed in draft? Like, I don't get it, man. They could just ban that move. I think that they should. We already know they're faster here, and I walked in Dire Claw. So, like, the only chance would be maybe Jolteon is faster and can Thunderbolt KO. But I don't see a situation in which we win, because I'm pretty sure that's Scarf Sneasler. Nope. Let's see it. And, of course. Ugh. Chat, I tried so hard, everybody. I tried so hard, man. I think I have to be the unluckiest player of all time. Oh, we hate to see it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace out. I'll see you guys next time.